Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth. I go by the username Be More Creative both here on Flosstube and on Instagram. So I am back with Flosstube number 54, and it has been 3 weeks since my last normal Flosstube. I did post a Big Stitch recap, so thank you so much to everyone who's come and joined the channel since Big Stitch. A very warm welcome to all of you, and a warm welcome to everyone who was subscribed previously. So background has changed. I'm currently at my parents' house, which means my co-host Sheba will probably come and join me. She is a German Shepherd. She's been on the channel before. She tends to jump in the back of the videos and start barking, so I will edit out as much as I can if possible, but we're just going to try and get this video filmed. It is currently Sunday the 11th, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning and it's already boiling. So in France it is really hot this weekend. It's been mid to top 30s. It is super hot, so I've had a lot of time to get stitching. I did take a week off after Big Stitch because I was with family, I went travelling, it's all of this kind of stuff. So this is mainly what I've stitched in 2 weeks, but I am on annual leave. I have had multiple hours during the day to stitch, so this is more than I would stitch regularly, just because every summer I get asked the same question: how do you get so much stitched? This is my holiday at the moment, so I've had a lot of time to stitch. So the first finish I have to show you, none of these are FFO'd. I do not have my supplies with me to FFO, so I'll be FFOing these September, October when I'm back at the school. So the first one is the one that I finished before Big Stitch. This is Hands-On Design Witch's Pantry, and it's showing up a little bit lighter on camera, but you can see the mottling. This is on an 18 count Coffee Crafts fabric. A lot of my pieces are on Coffee Crafts fabric. I do love her fabrics, and I had the orange one and the purple one done before, but I did manage to get Helping Hands finished, and this was my cross stitch camp by Colorado Cross Stitcher for the month of July. I've decided I'm not taking part for the one for August because I didn't have the right fabric that I wanted for the stocking piece, and I don't want to rush that piece. I want that piece to be done correctly. So I am skipping this month, but I have really enjoyed the challenge and I managed to get June and July's completed, so very happy with that one. I will FFO that as a pillow. The next finish I've actually already shown on the channel, but in case you didn't watch the Big Stitch recap, this is one I started and finished at Big Stitch. This is a pattern that came out at Big Stitch. I don't think it's out yet, but this is by Romy's Creations and it is cross stitching with friends. I've got this stitched on an 18 count Coffee Crafts fabric that I bought while there, and it is in this pale grey with like a lavender hint to it, and this is stitched with Romy Creations threads and 1 DMC for the skin, but she'd already sold out of the blue that's used for like the dungarees, the lighter blue and the brown, so I just picked 2 different ones of her threads. Absolutely love stitching with her pieces, so that is the next finish. And I did give away the chart while there, so I don't have the chart to show you. The next piece I have is also one based on Big Stitch. This was one of the freebies. This is Stitch Stash Smile from Hello from Liz Matthews. It was a little freebie we got in there, and I decided to edit mine, so I've kept the stash and the smile, but I've edited out the stitch because I wanted to use these items. So this is a little wooden button that I received as a gift while there. I am so sorry. I've got it written down in my little notebook, but I don't have my notebook to hand as to who gave me this. I feel absolutely terrible, but I have thanked her and I have sent her a picture of it on the piece, so she does know that I've been using it. I've stitched this in the thread that I was given by Caroline from Evertotes, called Sweetheart, which was one she was giving out as a gift. So it's this gorgeous pink variegated If I hold it a little bit closer, hopefully you can see the variegation. So I have wrapped that around the little wooden button, and I've then sewn the button on. The little metal safety pin and the button, those were both in the tier trays. So on the tables there was a tier tray, and the top tier had sweets in it. The middle tier had a selection of different charms and buttons, so I picked up a few of those. And the bottom tier had some cakes and bits on it. So it was a really nice idea, and at the end they said to take whatever, like they didn't want anything left on the tier trays. So I have a few buttons left and I have a few charms, but I thought this would be a nice little piece to add those on and have a little memory, so that will go in my stitching journal. I then, when I came back, decided I wanted to work on something that was very easy to see, and I have 3 finishes. So it's been so warm here that I actually decided I wanted to start some of the Christmas ornaments. So I've been sitting in this, like sitting inside by the window in the sun, stitching these. So these are the roundabouts that the Stitching with the Housewives bought out for July. So they had 3 Christmas roundabouts, and one of them had the bonus. Now I'm not going to stitch the bonus. It is cute, but it's just not the style that I'm looking for. But I will be stitching the last one. I've just not done it yet. So the first one is Driving Home for Christmas, which is the one for me that has the most significance. When my dad used to pick me up from university and drive me back, because I went to university up in Rennes, which is like the north of France, and then we live kind of in the middle of France. So he would pick me up on his way back from England, and we would drive home for Christmas break together. So, and we used to say that that is a song together for Christmas. So Driving Home for Christmas, that's the first one. I've stitched with these with the called for DMCs on 16 count chalkboard black. The next one is Better Not Pout. I do love having these round ornaments on a Christmas tree. I just think they're so cute. And Sleigh Bells Ring, Are You Listening is the last one. So I think it was Better Not Pout came with the freebie, if I'm not mistaken. I'm kind of annoyed with myself because this is just a scrap of 16 count chalkboard Ada. But if I had thought about it a little bit, I could have got the 4th one on, but I can't because of the salvage. So I have a load of this. This is kind of one of my go-to black, like the chalkboard black I love for Christmas ornaments. So I've got 3 of them done. I just need to get the last one finished, but I will FFO those and they will be up for Christmas this year. So let me just put this, I am just tucking these into a folder because I really don't want the dog to come and sit on them. And the last finish I have to show you, this is actually number 51 of the year. I've had 51 finishes. This is 'Twas All Hallows Eve. This is one of the only whips that I brought with me. And when I picked it up at the start of this year, I had all of the border done. I had the top 2 boxes. I just needed to get the bottom 2 boxes done. But while stitching this, I realised I made a mistake last year. So I made the bottom 2 boxes a few stitches shorter than they should be. So I have had to edit my chart a little bit. You'll see if anyone stitched this. This one normally has plants on the side. This one there's normally a bit of space at the top. I've just edited it so it works because there was no way I was going to unstitch all of that border. So this piece is stitched on an 18 count Chromatic Alchemy in the shade Yuan Yang. And I started this last year and I finished it the other day. So there is another Halloween piece finished. I love the colours in this one. I think they're so much fun. So if I bring this a little bit closer, you can see. So that is my last finish of the year. Someone did ask me, because my hands-on design I've done a soul key conversion for, I have listed down below a spreadsheet which has got all of my whips for the year. So anything I've worked on this year is on there. So that includes ones that I've brought over from last year that I'm stitching on. It's all my new starts. And on there I list the conversions that I've done. So any conversion that I've done is on there, so you can go check that out if you would like more information on anything. Sorry about that, the dog was barking. So I only have one whip at the moment because this week I've really been working on getting the finishes done. So everything that I've been stitching this week has become a finish. But I did make a very, very small start on the Modern Folk embroidered ribbon. So this is a sale that we currently have going. The hashtag is hashtag Jacob MFE Band Sampler Sale. There is also a Facebook group that I will list down below. To enter the Facebook group, there is some questions. They are Stitchy related questions, so they're not difficult. But it's just to make sure that we do only have stitches in that group and try and avoid having trolls and everything else in there. So I made a very, very small start on mine. I'm stitching mine on 28 count 1/1 from Coffee Crafts fabric. I picked this out while at the event, and I'm using a pack of hand-dyed silks from Paintbox Threads. The silk collection is called Out and Proud. I just wanted a rainbow collection, so that's why I have picked this. Someone asked me, there is nothing in the name of the pack. It was just those were, I wanted something that was really out of my comfort zone. You know me, I'm not a big sampler stitcher, but when we had the talk and Jacob was talking about this piece, it really did strike emotionally. I thought it was so, and the history is written in here. I just think it's so important, the history about this piece, that I decided I wanted to stitch this one, and the whole group of us are stitching it as well. So if you want to join, come on over to the Facebook group, use the hashtag, the information will be down below. But this is my very, very small start on this. It's 1/1 on 28 count, so I really do need to focus on this piece, and I need to have decent light. So at the moment we have all of the shutters closed because it is so hot. Sorry about that, I suddenly started losing my voice. So we have all the shutters closed because it is so hot, and even now sitting under these LED lights it is becoming unbearably hot. So this one will probably not see a lot of stitching this summer, but that's okay because I've got 2 years to finish it. But this will be a piece that when I get back I will set up a schedule, so I stitch on it certain days of the month maybe, or I pull it out at the start of every month and put in some stitches on it. But I did really enjoy the start of this one. The fabric is easy to see, it's just with the shutters closed everything is a little bit dark around here. So, and also I don't really want a piece where I have to concentrate, because as I said, I am visiting family family and friends, so there are times during the day where it is fairly quiet and I get some stitching time in. But then if someone comes to come and get, like I've got my dad working from home, so every time he comes out and gets a drink I have a little chat with him. So it's nice to be working on something that I can just pick up, put down. I don't need to worry about counting so much because there is also the animals and I'm getting distracted. But I'm having an amazing summer and I'm so glad that I am just relaxing, not doing anything else, just getting some time in to hang around with people that I love, and yeah, it's been really nice. So in terms of stitching plans, I need to work out what piece I'm going to do for a travel piece, because I do have some travelling coming up. We've got my cousin's wedding. I also will be travelling back to the UK. So I need to work out what piece I want to have as a travel piece. I also am starting to think I am missing a fill-in piece. So I've had my 2 silhouette of the ladies that I've had. I'm not going to be editing this video, so I'm not going to be including pictures, but I've done the My Shadow from Heartstrings Samplery. I've also recently this year, I think in February, finished the Twin Peaks Primitive silhouette. So I'm not necessarily saying I want a silhouette to stitch, I just want a piece which is fill-in, because when I'm really busy at work, that is the only stitching that I get done in the evening, is just a little bit of fill-in. I also think it's a great travel piece because you don't have to have a chart with you, you can literally just sit there and fill it in. So I need to decide what I want my fill-in piece to be. So that's kind of my goal for today, is kind of see what I can find, and if I can't find anything, maybe I need to look at designing something. But I do want a very simple piece as just a fill-in piece. I don't want to be counting, I don't want to be doing too much. I keep looking at Caroline Manning, and she has got a freebie on her Facebook group, but that does involve counting, but it's blocks, so not too bad. I just don't know if I want to start one of those currently. But yeah, but I'm really impressed. I've had 51 finishes so far this year, so hopefully I can get some more finishes done. I need to get a few more Halloween pieces done because I don't really have any Halloween stuff. But I will be joining in the Love Poppets Halloween sale. So if you haven't already picked up your copy of the Love Poppets Halloween sale, she's had it announced on her social media, so go and check out her Instagram. And if you're in the Facebook group, that's also a really great place to see, because I love seeing everyone posting theirs. It starts at the end of the month, so I will definitely be joining that one, and that will give me another Halloween piece to be working on. But yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to be stitching on. I definitely need to fill in piece. The Halloween piece is at the end of the month, so I've still got plenty of time until that one starts. So I need to work out what I want to stitch. But apart from that, I am just chilling and enjoying time with family. Thank you so much for all of the lovely comments for the freebie that I released. I did release a freebie last, when was the 9th? Was it Thursday? Friday? It was World Cross Stitch Day, so I released my World Cross Stitch Day piece, and I've already seen that stitched up once, so thank you so much. And I have my freebies on the 17th coming out next week, because it falls on the 17th, so hence the name. So I'm going to head off because I can hear both of the dogs are up and walking around, so I should probably go and check out what they're doing before they start barking. But yeah, have a lovely, well, it's evening by the time you see this, but have a lovely evening stitching. I hope you are enjoying the summer, even if you just get 5 minutes outside in the sun. I really hope you enjoy it. Hopefully you've got some sunshine. And happy stitching, guys, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye, guys.